Very good morning, all of you. This is Dr. R. Purushothaman, Assistant Professor, Department of BCE, JJ College of Engineering and Technology. Today, we are going to discuss about some key aspects of industrial safety. Actually, industrial safety refers to the practices and procedures designed to protect the workers, equipments, and environment in industrial settings from hazards and risks. It encompasses a broad range of measures, including safety protocols, training, personal protective equipment that is said to be PPE, and risk assessment, which all aims at preventing accidents and ensuring the safety working environment. The key aspects of industrial safety are worker safety, equipment safety, environmental safety, and process safety, and safety management systems. Of course, the regulatory compliance. Now we are going to discuss about health and safety systems in workplaces. Yes, building a culture of safety is very essential in health and safety systems. The survey says that workplace injuries and illnesses imposes a significant burden which cost an Indian economy an estimated of 1.2 trillion in 2021. More alarmingly, 5,486 fatal occupational injuries occurred in 2022, which underscoring the urgent imperative for robust health and safety systems. The tangible benefits and impacts of health and safety systems are cost reduction, higher productivity and morale, compliance and risk management, enhanced reputation. Of course, for cost reduction, we have investing in safety yields 4 to 6 return for every rupees 1 spent by reducing injury and illnesses cost. The higher productivity and morale, which includes up to 50% fewer lost time injuries, sustained consistent operations, improving employees' trust and engagement. Likewise, we have compliance and risk management and enhanced reputation. Next, we have core components of robust health and safety systems, which includes management, leadership, and employee involvement, worksite analysis and hazard identification, hazard prevention and control, safety and health training. The management, leadership, and employee involvement, which includes visible leadership commitment paired with active employee participation through committees and reporting such informations to everyone takes ownership of the safety. The worksite analysis and hazard identification includes regular audits, job hazard analysis, and near missing reports proactively. Before itself, they will identify all the risk, which includes worksite analysis and hazard identification. Next, we have hazard prevention and control. Prevention is better than cure. So, engineering controls and administrative policies and personal protective equipments which mitigate, which reduces the hazards. Then, safe and healthy health training, which comprises ongoing training which ensures all employees understand hazards, safety practices, and emergency responses, which reinforcing a culture of safety. Next, we have a strategic imperative, which is not just a compliance. Here, we have a health and safety system safeguards employee and underpin sustainable business success. The proactive investment and the culture of continuous safety improvement demonstrates corporate responsibility and build workforce resilience. Next, we have the role of PPE, personal protective equipment and selection criteria. The personal protective from the figure itself, you may identify, you may guess what is personal protective equipment. For example, if we people are riding a vehicle, means we should wear a helmet. That is a personal protective equipment for our life concern. So the same concept is applied in industrial also. The personal protective equipment serves as the essential loss line of defense, which minimizes the exposure to workplace hazards across the industries. India's personal protective equipment market valued at US dollars of 1.2 billion in 2022, which is poised for robust growth, expected to reach US dollars of 2.6 billion by 2029 with an 11.8 percentage of CAGR. The critical role of PPE. Already we discussed about PPE. What is PPE? Personal protective equipment. The critical role of personal protective equipment in hazard mitigation. We are going to reduce the hazards by using the personal protective equipment. These are all such criteria. That is, physical protection is first of all important. Helmets for safety, safety footwear to protect the feet from impacts and punctures. Then chemical and biological seals is very important. The respirators like N95 for dust, full face mask for fumes, chemical resistant gloves, and suits safeguard against hazard agents is also important. Then fall prevention, full body harness, lanyards, and lifeline prevents fall in high risk jobs including construction and telecom tower climbing. Then electrical and thermal defense, insulated gloves is very important here. Then visibility enhancement, high visibility vest improve roadsiders work safety by about 85%, which is crucial in traffic heavy zones. We are going to implement a robust personal protective equipment program by using the best practices. These are all the best practices. Follow the hierarchy of controls, then inspection and maintenance, continuous training and awareness, documentation and safety culture. Then the following the hierarchy of control includes personal protective equipment is the last line of defense after eliminating hazards and applying engineering or administrative measures. Then inspection and maintenance includes the complex equipments to ensure optimal performances. The continuous training and awareness is also very important, and it plays a very important role for workers in industry. Then documentation and safety culture, maintaining a detailed hazard assessment, equipment insurance logs, training records, and promote employees engagement in safety practices. The next topic we have electrical safety and fire safety. This is also a very important key aspects in industrial safety. The common causes of electrical fires, which includes uh, faulty wiring, overloaded circuits, defective appliances, improper installation, and lack of maintenance and substandard components. The faulty wiring is nothing but aged or damaged wiring, especially non-ISI marked products, which causes sparks or fires. So we have to avoid these types of wiring in industries. Next, overloaded circuits. Plugging multiple appliances into one socket or extension board leads to overheating and short circuits. We have to avoid the overloading circuits also in industry. Then defective appliances, malfunctioning devices, worn cables, and overheating charges frequently triggers the electrical fires. Then improper insulation, I mean to say DIY electrical work, loose connections, and poor earthing increases the fire risk significantly in industries. So we have to avoid these types of issues in industry. Then last one is lack of maintenance and substandard components. The accumulated dust, then pest damage, and use of uncertified switches and MCBs which worsen the hazards. Next, essential prevention and strategies. Annual electrical audits by licensed professionals to spot and fix faults very early, and use ISI certified wires, which reduces the impacts and ensures the quality assurance. So we can go for this option. Then distribute electrical loads, avoid putting too many devices on one circuit. We may follow this strategy also to avoid the hazards. And unplug unused electronics, replace damaged cords promptly and regularly. Maintain minimum 1 meter clearance around electrical panels to prevent these types of hazards. Prioritizing safety. Then electrical safety is the responsibility of everyone, homeowners, builders, and electricians alike. Investing in quality materials, expert installation, and regular maintenance can drastically reduce the fire hazards. The fire we reducing fire hazards is also a very important issue in industry as well as in domestic purposes. The awareness and preparedness through detection tools and emergency plans saves the lives and protects the assets. Remember, this is very important. Prevention is better than cure, so we have to be very preventive while considering these types of safety uses in industry. Then then we are going to discuss about hazard and risk management technique. This is also a very key aspect, a very important key aspect in industrial safety. Hazard and risk management technique, which ensures work safety and operational resilience. This is a proactive approach to hazard and risk management, which is critical to safeguarding employees and maintaining smooth business operations. This presentation covers essential techniques for identifying, assessing, and controlling risk to minimize workplace incidents and boost the productivity. Well, this is the definition of hazards versus risk. The hazard is nothing but it refers to any potential source of harm, such as unguarded machinery or exposed live wires in an industrial settings. Then risk represents the likelihood and severity of harm arising from the hazard. It can be calculated as risk which is equal to likelihood into severity. For instance, there might be a high probability of minor cuts but a low probability of major explosion. This is said to be this is the definition of hazards versus risk. By understanding the difference in fundamental for developing effective management strategies that prioritize the safety in interventions. Hazard identification techniques. This is the technique to identify the hazards in industries. Effective hazard detection employs varied techniques such as workplace inspections, job safety analysis, that is said to be JSA, then incident and near miss investigations, then hazard studies, then employee consultations. The workplace inspections is nothing but routine work through using detailed checklists for spotting the hazards. Then job safety analysis. This is nothing but a breaking down specific tasks like electrical maintenance to identify risk at each step. Then incident and near miss investigation, which is nothing but root cause analysis, that is said to be RCA, which helps learn from past events to protect the recurrence. And hazard studies, structured examinations addressing deviations in a process system is a common in chemical plants. Employee and consultation includes the frontline workers to gain practical insights and recognize subtle hazards. Then risk assessment and analysis technique. This methodology includes the qualitative assessment, quantitative assessment, fault tree analysis, that is FTA, then event tree analysis, that is ETA, then bow tie analysis. The qualitative analysis is nothing but using a risk matrices such as the 5 into 5 risk matrix category to category of risk as such high, medium or low. The quantitative assessment is nothing but assigning precise numerical values for likelihood and severity for detailed analysis. And fault tree analysis, which includes a detective method, visually mapped root causes that could lead to a failure. Then event tree analysis is the technique exploring all possible outcomes following an initiative event. Bounty analysis is also a comprehensive visual tool illustrating the hazard causes, preventive controls, and potential consequences. Then we are going to control the risk measures, the hierarchy of controls, which includes the uh, elimination, substitution, engineering controls, administrative controls, and the personal protective equipment. The elimination follows the removing the hazards, such as redesigning unsafe processes. The substitution includes replacing the hazard materials or methods with safer alternatives like water-based paints. This will reduces the hazards in industry. Then engineering controls, which isolates employees from hazards through machine guards or ventilation systems. This is also very important for our. This is also very important for our home also. Administrative controls includes change work practices with procedures like safe operating procedures and lockout. The personal protective equipment is nothing but last life. Already that we have discussed about the personal protective equipment. No, this is the last line of defense. Then we have come to the final part of our key aspect in industrial safety: environmental health and safety management. What is environmental health and safety management? That is nothing but EHS. EHS, that is environmental health and safety management, is a holistic approach that integrates environmental protection, occupational health, and workplace safety to create safer, healthier workplaces. Its primary objective includes the incident prevention, regulatory compliance, and promotion of employee well-being. The scope covers the air and water quality, waste and chemical safety, ergonomics, fire protection, and emergency preparedness. The ultimate goal is to achieve zero harm to people and minimal environmental impacts. These are the core pillars of environmental health and safety excellence. First of all, you have risk assessment and hazard control. Then legal and regulatory compliance. Then employee training and awareness. Next we have emergency preparedness and response. Finally, we have performance monitoring and review. The risk assessment and hazard control includes the systematic identification and mitigation. Mitigation is nothing but reducing. Mitigation of workplace hazards such as noise, confined spaces. Legal and regulatory compliances. Here we have to adhere to some systems of legal compliances like OSHW codes 2020 and Water Act 1974 for prevention and control of pollution. And employee training and awareness includes implementing safety indexes, specialized chemical handling, first aid training, and regular mock drills. Then emergency preparedness and responses includes robust planning for disasters like fires, chemical spills, and natural events with clear evacuation procedures. Performance monitoring and review. This is nothing but conducting regular EHS audits and tracking KPIs such as IFR, and waste diversion rates. Navigating EHS, that is environmental health and safety challenges and emerging trends. Regulatory complexity, then behavioral safety, emerging risk, data management. These are all the aspects in navigating EHS challenges and emerging trends. Regulatory complexity includes adapting to diverse, evolving environmental and labor regulations across Indian states. Then behavioral safety, which is nothing but shifting mindsets from reactive to proactive safety culture, addressing a human factors also. Emerging risk is nothing but managing climate induced heat stress, psychological well-being, and risk from AI and automation technologies. The data management also includes in this key aspect, that is standardizing and leveraging large volume of EHS data for improved decision making. Conclusion. So I would like to conclude that investing in robust integrated health and safety systems with focused personal protective equipment selection, electrical and fire safety, risk management techniques, and environmental management is very essential. This strategic approach safeguards workers, meets compliance, drives sustainability, and secures long term business success. Thank you. If you have any feedback, you please mail to this mail ID, that is Purushothaman or at jjcet.ac.in. Thank you.